All right, guys, so welcome back. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. If you're new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now, today we're going to be talking about my favorite illegal modifications, and the reason why is because I got my favorite one finally installed. It's something that I've been thinking about for a very long time. I always get pulled over where I am located in New York, and it was something that, you know, I knew if I put in place, I would be paying tickets up the wazoo every single day. And, you know, talking about it right now, here's a police officer. Boom. And believe it or not, I probably would have got pulled over in New York. So with that being said, let's get into the list. So the list is going to have my 4 favorite illegal modifications. Now, there's a handful of other illegal mods that you can do to your car, but I really am only including the ones that I would do to my Monte Carlo or my Charger. And it's because I just, you know, it's just my style. There's some things like, you know, underglow lights, or, you know, lowered or dropped suspension or lifted suspension. There's a lot of other illegal modifications that you could do to your car that you could get pulled over and ticketed for. But these are the 4 things that I do to my car that are illegal, and I kind of expect to get ticketed. Now we're going to start off at number 4, and the number 4 thing is altering your headlights and your tail lights. On my Charger, I tinted them out. I think it looks really nice with that black and blue. The blacked out headlights look great, and I know I've been ticketed a handful of times in New York for that. Number 3 on the list would be a louder exhaust. I really feel like this is something that's almost necessary if you have a V8. A lot of the V8s that come out of factory now are so quiet. So even just something as simple as a mid-muffler delete or a resonator delete really peps it up. It gives it that nice V8 growl. This right here has no resonators and a couple of Flowmaster 10s. My Charger has a wonderful exhaust. It has the MagnaFlow X mod, and it sounds beefy as hell. So I absolutely love that. Number 2 on the list is something that I've gotten ticketed for many times. Probably any time a police officer would pass me, no front plate. This is something that I think I got at least 6 tickets for. I think it absolutely destroys the look of the front bumper, the styling of it. Now, I know my Monte Carlo is not that much to look at, but I still love the look without the front plate. And take a look at the damage that the front plate did to my front bumper. Absolutely terrible. This is what he got a ticket for. Having a aftermarket bracket. And because of this aftermarket bracket, it's covering the Empire State. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what he said. So basically, the Empire State needs to be showing. Is that correct? Yeah. If you live in a state where you don't have to have a front plate, I strongly recommend you rock it just like that. Now, my favorite modification, and one that I've never done before, I was so looking forward to, and I finally have it, and that is the front tinted windshield, right like that. I always had it where I had 20% all the way around, and my front windshield was clear as hell. And in New York, I would get ticketed all the time for these tinted windows until I did get a clearance for my wife had surgery for her eyes, got a doctor's note, so that pretty much cleared me. And now I went ahead and went 20% here, and then limo all the way around, and I absolutely love the look. I think it's great. I personally don't have any problem seeing. I know there's a handful of people out there that are worried about that, but I absolutely love the look, and this is something that I would certainly get ticketed for non-stop. All of them, actually, maybe minus the exhaust. I don't think I've ever gotten a ticket for the louder exhaust. Everything else on that list, I was pretty much getting ticketed for, you know, a handful of times. It definitely took a toll on my bank account, but those are things that I love doing to my car. I think it cleans up the look overall, gives it a more stealthy look. And for those of you that are here to the very end, I just want to say thank you. And I'm going to show you guys the inside of the Monte Carlo with the tints like this. Definitely going to do it to my Charger once I have it down here in Florida. So, all right, let's take a look. You cannot see at all into this thing. It looks so good. I'll tell you, the quality of the tint job was pretty on point too. Very happy with that. And I really don't see, I don't have a problem seeing at night, or I don't really have an issue with that. My wife has the same exact setup with her Jeep. Never had a problem with it. She's had it for over a year, almost 2 years now. And that's why I ended up doing it with this. Again, I don't have a problem seeing when you're sitting inside the car. You're seeing out, it's fine. So again, this is limo on the sides and the back, and then this is 20%. So you could see that there is a big difference in the brightness between the clear and having it tinted, but it is so nice, and it really does keep the car cooler. It also helps that I parked underneath a tree, but you know, it does keep the car a little bit on the cooler side. So that was a huge factor in me doing this. Also too, I think it looks great, and it adds a little bit more privacy. Not that I'm doing anything sketchy, but it's still pretty awesome. All right, guys, let me know what you think of the list that I made. Let me know what you think of the tint job that I did on the Monte Carlo. I'm thinking about doing it to the Charger. And, you know, pretty much everything on this list is, you know, something that I have for this car and my Charger. And, you know, I absolutely love the list. And, you know, sometimes when you really like those kind of modifications, you just kind of have to bite the bullet and accept the tickets for what they are. So it's certainly something that I've been ticketed for quite frequently, but I absolutely love having these, you know, these modifications in place. So all right, let's see what it looks like with the sunroof. It gets a little brighter. All right. For those of you that are going to the drag strip this weekend, I'll see you out there. For those of you that can't make it, I'm going to try and get, you know, the most footage that I possibly can, and, you know, make it seem like you were there, you had a good time. So, all right, guys, I'll check you on the next one.